9 of Co-Video Corner, and of course a few days ago we were talking about homeschooling. There's lots of that going on right now. But homeschooling doesn't need to be all about academic subjects. Speaking to a few people out there, it seems that homeschooling is taking on a whole lot of things that perhaps don't get taught in school. And one of those, for example, is being inspired by Jamie Oliver's new series, Keep Cooking and Carry On. If you haven't worked in TV or radio, then you won't know that basically a TV or radio series is not made in the space of 1 week. But that is what Jamie did with Keep Cooking and Carry On, because you could see that we're going to end up in a lockdown situation, and so he's made this series so that whatever you can find in your cupboard, you can rustle up something half decent with it. And on that basis, I will move on to Maddie Chill's tweet. Maddie Chill has been watching Jamie Oliver's series, and she tweeted, loving, hashtag Keep Cooking and Carry On. Simple recipes, perfect for teaching a teenager to cook. Hashtag homeschooling, hashtag proud mum, thanks, at Jamie Oliver. So shall we take a look at what that teenager produced? And there it is. He looks proud as punch, and to be honest, the dish doesn't look bad either. Now, of course, if you notice, in that tweet from Maddie Chill, she's probably Maddie C. Hill, but anyway, I like Maddie Chill. If you notice, she tagged Jamie Oliver, and he took the time to reply saying deserves top marks, which is excellent. Somebody else chimes in saying, yum, what's that, pasta? And he posts a recipe. Here's the one. Brief plug at jamieoliver.com. I don't get any money for that, but I'm just respect the fact that he's put himself out there and worked probably his butt off last week trying to produce a series in the space of 1 week. So thank you, Jamie. Okay, now a few days ago I was talking about one of my favourite words. Now, I said at the beginning of Co-Video Corner that we would talk about, in terms of hashtags for social media, there'd be acts of kindness, and there's lots of that going on right now. I would also talk about hashtag mental health matters, because it's not easy being stuck indoors, basically. And then there was another hashtag that has evolved over the last few days, COVIDiot. I mentioned it a few days ago. Well, I have to thank Surrey Police in particular. The specific department of Surrey Police is on Twitter as at Surrey Road Cops. And here they are, clearly sitting there waiting to catch some COVIDiots. As well as saying a special thank you to the Surrey Road Cops, I also feel like I've got to feel sorry for them, because there are so many COVIDiots around at the moment that they're probably quite busy. And indeed this was the case. Here's a tweet they put out, and they give me permission, so thank you, Surrey Road Cops. They say, washing your hands properly for 20 seconds is important, but please don't do it while driving. This driver was recorded with his hands off the steering wheel for over 20 seconds, approximately half a kilometre, while on the M25 at around 56 miles an hour. That's a co-idiot right there. Shall we take a look at him? This is the image Surrey Road Cops tweeted. And there he is, sanitising his hands while he's on the M25. So what's he driving with? He's not. Anyway, let's not talk about the COVIDiot. Let's talk about Surrey Road Cops, because if you look through their Twitter feed, you find out that they have an unmarked police truck. So basically, they can drive along the M25 in an unmarked police truck and quite happily pull alongside COVIDiots like that lorry driver and catch them in the act of not even holding onto the steering wheel for half a kilometre around the M25. Unbelievable, Surrey Road cops, thank you very much indeed for giving me permission, catching the COVID idiots, and keeping us safe. And finally, I picked this one up from Facebook, and the fella inspired me a little bit because, as I said a moment ago about one of the other hashtags, mental health matters. A lot of people starting to feel a little bit low, that they can't do what they would normally do. And whilst it hasn't been, 30 degrees, it's been nice and sunny, and we can't necessarily go places that we would like to go. And so this is what he tweeted. He said, put on Facebook. He says, "Okay, so I've been working from home for just over a week. Thought I was able to with no problem. This morning I did not want to get up and work from home. I had no get up and go. That's depression starting to set in. Bear in mind, depression comes in all shapes and forms and looms up from nowhere. With all this working from home, isolation and the lack of going out, please watch your mental well-being. If you need help, a voice or support, ask for it. Do not ignore it, please. This is important, almost as important as isolating in the first case. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Use the phone, talk to friends and family, but look after yourself. Remember, someone, somewhere, relies on you." And I thought that was awesome. Now that inspired me. I kept an eye on his Twitter feed, and then this one did make me laugh. Short, sweet. "So with all the confusion in the news, I missed the Brexit talks." I mean, to be honest, we heard about Brexit a lot less than we hear about coronavirus. This is dominating everything. So I had a lot of sympathy with that one. And then back to mental health matters. Just towards the end of the evening, he tweeted, "Roll call, checking up, making sure everyone is fine. Hit the love button and copy this into your status. Oh wait, let's see who really follows instructions. After you're done, say hey." And there you can see people loving it and saying hey, and yes, being very obedient there. And if they're being obedient with that Facebook post, then they're probably being obedient with the government's instructions, which is to stay at home. That's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow.